Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Mr. GoodBuds, and we back again with another session of the Q&A in the garden. And this is gonna be episode 11. I think we had 11, so we deep in there, man. I always like to remind y'all of what I like to grow with and what I'm growing right now. We currently using Mars Hydro everything. We using Mars Hydro, 3 Mars Hydros tents. We got let's start with one. We got one Mars Hydro 4x4 tent that we rocking a FC 48 6500. And the Mars Hydro FC 6500 in it, and it has a humidity control and temperature control inline fan with the carbon filter. And then we have another 4x4 for our veg tent that we use in a TS 3000, and it has a Mars Hydro inline fan in it as well, a 6-inch with a speed controller. And then we have our Mars Hydro 3x3 tent, and currently it has a FC 4800, Mars Hydro FC 4800, which is way more than enough power for the 3x3. I'm actually been thinking about after the last Auto Booth grow, because I ran that Auto Booth at 250 the whole time, not even 315, which is 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 35, 315. That's not even 315 watts, and the bud actually was really good. And a lot of people say I use a lot of light, too much light all the time. So I mean, that just goes to show you, you live and you learn. You do it and you learn, and that turned out really good. So I may start just trying to stick with keeping it right at that 35 and not going over, because I always try to aim a little overboard, but it's really unnecessary for real. And they do have a FC 3000, which is perfect. It goes a little over 3,000. It's perfect for a 3x3. I just put the 4800 in there, which is something that I've learned just after the last few grows. That the light penetration makes a big difference, and not just the difference in light, but able to spread that 300 watts out evenly across the footprint and across the canopy of the plant is great. But enough about that. This is the Q&A. Make sure you go over to Discord to put your comments in, your questions, and we're gonna answer them right here on the Q&A session in the garden. But before we get started, a quick word from the sponsors. Mars Hydro, baby. Yes, sir. Mars Hydro has everything you need to get you going. They got lights, they got tents, and they even got inline fans to help with that exhaust. We got bar style lights, and we got quantum board style lights. Mars Hydro has everything that you need to get you going and have you a successful grow. Everything that they has the perfect amount of power, perfect amount of light penetration to the tent, everything that you need to get you going, man. I'm telling you, make sure you holler at Mars Hydro. Go on Amazon and you can look at everything that they have, and they have a beautiful store on Amazon. And make sure when you go there, you use the code Mr. GoodBuds, and that's gonna give you a nice discount on everything that you want. Anything that's Mars Hydro, Mr. GoodBuds. Make sure you type that in, man. All right, so let's get into it. First question number 1. From R. Harris, and he asks, I'm using the 4A4 for autos, and also have the Roots Organic HPK. I wanted to use for a bloom boost. I know you have experience with both and wanted your opinion, or suggest use for the HPK later in flower. I just recently done this because I've been having problems with my grow store and running out of nutrients and running out of things that I usually use. So I've been substituting a lot of stuff. And one thing I couldn't get, I ended up using Roots Organic dry nutrients that I had, which I'm pretty sure the HPK is the dry nutrients. I apologize if it's not, but I actually did that, and I just instead of following Roots Organic directions, I just used their dry nutrients because it was the same NPK that I'm looking for, or similar. Instead of using it the way Roots Organic suggests with that 5 milligrams per week and stuff like that, I just did it the way I usually do with the 2 tablespoons that I would normally do with the DTE. So yeah, you could definitely do that all day long for sure. That was a good question too, and that's crazy because I literally just did it. I literally just did that. All right, next question number 2, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with the question number the whole time. So. What do you think? And it's from it doesn't really have a name. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a comma or something. I can't even tell. It look like it's going the wrong direction too. Look like some type of Arabic alphabet or something. But what do you think is the best light cycle for autoflowers? I like the 18 hours on and 6 hours off. I like the 18 hours. I don't like doing the 24 hours because I feel like the plant still needs a rest. And I see the plant get droopy towards the end of the day, even before the light starts to turn off. And especially with the autos, when they getting a whole lot of the light that they like normal photo periods don't get. It definitely during that time when the lights, like an hour before the lights go off, they do get droopy and get sleepy. So I believe that they are living creatures and they need to sleep. And they need the lights to go off. Who want to look at the sun all 24/7? The sun doesn't even do that. Like I don't like getting out of being natural either. So the more natural we keep it, the sun is never out for 24/7. If it is, it's the end of the world, boys. So this is the last day. All right, next question. Question number 3. From J-Rock BK. He asks, I just got my cover crop seeds. How do I apply them to my pots that are already going? Do I just... What the heck? I don't know what just happened. I got to see the movie I was watching. That was a good movie, too. Your boy Michael Keaton be going in, boy. That boy, him. He was a good Batman, too. He reminded me of Batman in that movie. What was it called? Desperate Measures. But anyway, how do I apply them to my pots that I already have going? Do I just sprinkle them around in water? Do I need to bury them at a 1/2 inch? Or I don't water often. I'm afraid they will dry out before they sprout. Okay, with the cover crop, it's usually like clovers and stuff. You could apply the seeds just like you really don't have to bury it at all, but you can apply it and sprinkle them down and then like mix them into the topsoil just like how you do the dry amendments, and then water them. But you do have to keep them moist though; they will die. So even though you don't water often, still keep like a mister or a sprayer so that you can spray those clovers or that cover crop, because they do need to keep moist, and it will help to feed nitrogen and stuff. I haven't tried it myself, but I do hear it does help the plants out a lot. And that's really getting into organic. So let me know how that goes too, because I may try something like that in the future. But I just be wondering, how do you top feed though through the cover crop? And I watched Canuck like kill his cover crop, so I was just wondering that too. So that's why I hadn't tried it yet. And I forgot what question we on, but I know when to stop. Next question from Drew Zilla. Should I water before chop to prolong drying in a hotter than ideal area? If so, how long before? Wait, let me read it again. Should I water before chop to prolong drying in a hotter than ideal area? If so, how long before? Yeah, you could. I often question that too. I do the same thing. Kind of vice versa. My stuff is really it be moist sometimes, and my humidity be really high, so I won't water the plants. Unlike the last time, if I know I'm gonna go in the dry the next day, or I know I'm gonna go in the 48 hours the next day. So you can definitely do that. And it's usually, I don't stress it. That's not nothing I'm gonna stress. Like if it's not, I wouldn't like try to alter your watering to do that because you drying in a hotter than ideal environment. If you were gonna water normally and you want to do that, then yeah. But if you wouldn't water normally, then before then, and I wouldn't worry about it. I would just keep that environment, just keep an eye on the humidity and do what you got to do with the humidity and the temperature to keep it down or up, and to lower that temperature and lower that humidity. Use a dehumidifier. Dehumidifier is really a lower the temperature and the humidity and the temperature in the environment. So I try that out. And now lowering the temperature is tricky. Lowering the humidity is tricky. Not humidity, but temperature is tricky. The only way I've been successful or really truly lowering temperature, because the lowering humidity won't work that well. It will lower it a couple degrees, but truly to lower the temperature, you're just gonna need the AC. There's really nothing that's really gonna help that, honestly. And I found that out too, that nothing's gonna lower that temperature to, if it's 10 degrees too high, nothing is gonna help unless you get an AC. Period. Next question from 100 Proof. What's your ideal pot size and plant count for a 4x4 area? And do you transplant into bigger pots right before going into flower? I like to use the 7-gallon pots, 4 7-gallon pots, and the 4x4 tent works really well for me, or even 3 sometimes. But I like the 4. I like to keep it even and keep everything nice and the canopy nice and even and keep it easy. It's easier with the 4 7-gallon pots. And I do transplant the day I flip them. I transplant that day, unless I have to do some major defoliation or super cropping, which I try to do a few days before. But I have been known to do it all in one day too. Still, even so. So I definitely do it. I definitely always transplant my plants on the day I flower them into that 7-gallon. They usually come from like a 5 or a 2-gallon or something like that. Next question from Drewzilla again. You mentioned using the DTE fishbone meal before W4 flower. Before a flower? I don't know. But when would you do that for an auto since their schedule is auto? Soon as I notice that they flip. So you saying, so with the Autoflower, oh, you saying week 4? Okay, I get it. You mentioned using the DT fishbone meal week 4 flower. Okay, I'm with you now. I get it. I be confused with the abbreviations. Yeah, because I use the 25%. Yeah, when you do with the Autoflower, just make sure you keep an eye. I know when you see the pistols, that's usually a week after. Now I stopped caring about that, and I just because I don't mind letting the autos go an extra week. But so I stopped caring about when I saw the pistols. But when I see pistols, I call that flower. I call that week flower week 1. Now I know if I'm seeing pistols, I like to keep everything even. So I like to go on the flower on Saturday. And if I saw those pistols on say Monday, then I'll be like, it started flowering that Saturday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it really started probably a week before that anyway. And with the photos, I know the day that they started flowering. I start flowering on a Saturday. So as you saw on the video, well, y'all gonna see. Y'all probably put 2 and 2 together anyway. But yeah, just pay attention to when you see the pistols. Call it then, and then keep track of it. And week 4 flower, go ahead and do the same thing. That's exactly what I do. All right, Blazer Man. All right, bro. Your question I can't even ask on here because they was tripping on me, bro. They be tripping, bro. My bad, dog. I gotta skip that question, bro. Now holler at me on Discord personally and I'll ask it. But I gotta keep everything educational. So the questions in the Q&A gotta be only educational. I wish that it didn't have to be like that. In the other videos, it don't have to be like that. We can do whatever we want in the regular grow videos. But in these ones that I'm trying to monetize, they tripping, bro. My bad. But next question. From Mad Vapor. Do you have any bugs using the Roots Organic soil? Heck yeah, I did. I had a lot of times I use the Roots Organic soil. I saw these little white spider mites in them. Now, at first I thought they were regular spider mites, but turn out they don't really be doing nothing. They don't do the same thing with the regular spider mites when they're going to your leaves and weave webs and stuff. They didn't do nothing. I looked them up and they were just regular white mites, and they don't really do nothing to the plant. I was tripping about them at first. But I do be seeing that. I do be seeing those little. Sometimes the Roots Organic do be having those tiny little white mites in them. And if you go outside and look on the ground and look into the dirt, you'll see them too. So whatever it is about the organic and natural, microbes in the dirt and things like that, they just a natural little mite. If that's what you're talking about, I haven't seen anything else besides that. Valley Guy Grow. His question is, what's a good organic bloom booster? I just got Incredible Bulk on and ran that Runts Muffin. I'm running that right now. I'm about to run that Runts Muffin on Patreon. A good organic bloom booster. I like the bone meal. I like using the bone meal. It's 16 in phosphorus. That's a serious boost. So I use the dry nutrients. So I like the bone meal and the Seaberg guano. The Seaberg guano is like 11. It's 11 in phosphorus. So both of those are really good bloom boosters, especially for the dry nutrients. All right, second to last. So this is question 9 right here. I know because I knew when to stop. Hood Jam. Have you ever gone 24 hours of light with autos? Will it be beneficial or damaging to the plants? Question. I should start reading these questions. My bad, y'all, because I be reading it. I be doing the same questions. I'll go extra question, but I answered that question already. And no, because they need to sleep. So the next question is Painless 50 Cal. What up, Mr. GoodBuds from Virginia? I really enjoy your channel. I too use down to earth organics, and my understanding is the feeding direction. And in the feeding direction is that the plant should be fed every 14 days, or twice a week. But in your videos, you state that you only feed them once a month. Am I tripping? Thanks for your time and keeping up the good work. I haven't read the box in a long time. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not about to. All right, fuck it. Hold on. All right, so I never seen it say that. I haven't read it in a long time, but it say the same thing that I usually read. So I usually go with the containers right here, and it says for new plants, add 1 to 2 tablespoons per gallon of soil and mix thoroughly, or add 2.5 to 5 pounds per cubic yard. That's like if you outside and stuff. For establishing plants, lightly mix 1 to 2 tablespoons per gallon into the soil surface once each month during the growing season. So I don't know. I don't see where it say what you saying. And you said the down to earth organisms, I understand the feeding direction of the plant should be fed every 14 days. I don't know, bro. I always read that. And it's the same thing. I mean, if they saying every 14 days, I'm sure they split it in half. So you can do it that way because Roots Organic does it like that. They do once a week, and they split it. It's the same thing. It's just all that matters is allowing time for the microbes to break it down so it can start being made available to the plant. And that's what takes the longest time. So Roots Organic believes that you can do it. It's better to do it once a week, but it don't really be mattering for real. That's why I do it on the 4th week, and it continues. It keeps going. It doesn't really have a problem. But yeah, I never seen it say that before. That's interesting. You can do it either way though. All right, so one last question. Got my tent on the way. What's the best for a 2x4? What? Got my tent on the way. What's the best 2x4 light? Okay, I'll be reading too fast. What's the best 2x4 light? In the 2x4, the SP 250 is perfect for the 2x4. The Mars Hydro SB 250. You can also put the SP 3000 in it, but it's a little bit more light than you need. Cause what's that? I ain't about to do that math. 2x4 is 8, and 35 times 8 is what? Let me grab the calculator on that. 35 times 8 is 280. So yeah, and the 250 go up to like 280. And the SP3000 is 300, which is even better. And the SP3000 is the truth. Is the truth. And you can see Aquaponic Future actually said I use the SP3000 with the fish, and because the SP3000 is the truth. But appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for joining me once again, man. There's been another session of the Q&A, man. Make sure y'all submit y'all questions. I see we got a lot of questions this month, so I appreciate that. We got questions for the next Q&A and this one. So that was beast mode, man. Keep submitting y'all questions. Make sure y'all like this video. Y'all comment down below. Y'all subscribe. Y'all holler at the gram. Y'all holler at Discord, TikTok, and make sure y'all subscribe on the Munchies so y'all can check out some of the good food your boy and his wife be cooking up. You feel me? Cause we be throwing down, boy. We be going ham. Make sure y'all sub. All right, man. We out. All right. So what y'all all been waiting for? The Mars Hydro FC 3000 and the 3x3 Mars Hydro tank giveaway right now. So we're gonna go ahead and pick a winner right now. So you already see I already got it ready. You know what I'm saying? Now this is the 20K giveaway. Now first, before we even pick the winners, I appreciate everybody that helped me get here. Everybody has played a key role in helping me get to this point, man. Y'all been showing love. I've been getting subscribers, new subscribers. Shout out Mr. Grow It for allowing me to be on his podcast, helping me start my own podcast, and a lot of stuff has been going on. So appreciate all of that, man. It's going down real fast, man, because Mars Howard's about to give away some real shit right now. So let's get it. Already got all the rules put in, and let's start the giveaway. Let's go. Woo! Cavs 203, man. Appreciate you, bro. You are the winner of the giveaway. Damn, man. Can I look at the screen for a second? You're the winner of the giveaway, man. Appreciate you for participating, man. Go ahead, get you started with that FC 3000 and that 3x3 tent, man. You about to go nuts. Go ahead, get you some Barney's Farms and start you some Purple Punch just like I just did. Follow the same shit, because that shit's fire, boy. Man, oh shit, I can't even cuss. Fuck. Damn. I wonder if I cuss too much. Alright, we out.